What's up guys, my name's Tom, welcome back to another video. Here back to my F2 2019 career mode as Mahaveer Raghunathan, episode 10, and today is time for the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. If you haven't watched the previous episode, the Belgian Grand Prix, I highly recommend go check it out. It was quite an interesting episode to say the least, but here we are on Monza in practice, just doing our things, just to get a little bit back used to these F2 cars after racing some races in my F1 career mode. That career mode is going to be back in a few days, so stay tuned for that. That I've been a little bit busy in these last few days, so I hope you guys understand. Exams are really close at this time, so if I'm not very frequent with the videos, I hope you guys understand. It's because exams, university, all that stuff. But here we are now, the closing stages of practice. The track started to get a little drier, 3 seconds up, so just to see how much faster we are now. Jordan King setting the provisional fastest time, and we're going to cross the line. We're going to be fastest at the end of this practice set, just to get a little taste of these F2 cars, because I didn't race these cars for quite a long time, and it's the braking zones around here are really important, because are really hard braking zones, and you really need to get the car placed at the perfect time and place to get the best corner speed around here, which is a track that is not easy as it seems. But here we are on qualifying, and like we always do, we skip a little bit to the endish of a section of the session, to 8 minutes to go, where the track is more rubber in, and we just have just one set of soft tires to deal. So I always decide to go in the closing stage where the track is faster. But here we go through the final corner, and we're going to cross a line that is going to be a 1:31.0, and for now is provisional pole position for the Italian Grand Prix. But as we're doing our second lap, Nick de Vries responds, and now we're down into P2, but we're improving. There was quite some time left on the table on that lap, and here we go through Parabolic, mounting a little bit the curb, not the best line. Parabolic I struggled a little bit in practice, but then in qualifying I didn't struggle that much. But here we go, we're going to cross the line. It is provisional pole position for the feature race, but as we skip towards the end of the session, we lost pole position to Sergio Camera by just 0.005 of a second. That's basically nothing, but enough to put Camera in pole position. So we'll see what we can do, because we're going to do something a bit different than the AI, and because we're kind of comfortable in the championship, so I can risk a little bit more. But now let's go to the grid, and I'll explain later what we're going to do.
Welcome everybody to the heart of Italian motor racing, Monza. We're here with Formula 2 for what ought to be an extravaganza of excitement and action. Let's head to the start line and get underway. Monza is situated 12 miles northeast of Milan. It's 3.6 miles long and offers 11 corners. 7 of those are chicanes, putting a premium on good braking stability and traction. With a good slipstream plus the 2 DRS zones available, there should be a number of good passing opportunities on offer. Davide, is there anything we should be looking for in today's race? The teams are all very competitive at the moment, so are we about to witness a push from anyone in particular?
Hi Alex, the team will have been studying everyone else out there very carefully, so I think we are in for a very interesting event today. I can't wait to see how this race unfolds.
As we're now moments away from the off, let's take a look at the grid order in which they'll start today's race. Sergio Camera lines up on pole position, and it's Mahaveer Raghunathan in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have De Vries, Aitken, Antoine Hubert, and Delatraz, Schumacher, Joe, Galeo, Nicholas Latifi, Boccolacci, Giotto, Juan Manuel Correa, and Boschol, Alesi, Ilott, Mazepin, and Jordan King, Calderon, and Nobuharu Matsushita rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
And here we are on the grid, guys, ready to start off the Italian Grand Prix feature race. And what I'm going to do today is that I'm going to an alternate strategy. Instead of starting on the softs, I'm going to stick with the mediums, and then in the closing stage we're going to be flying because we're going to be on a softer comparative tire. And I'm going to be the only one in this strategy, so it's going to be quite a challenge to keep the AI behind me, because the medium tires are like 1.5 seconds slower per lap with the soft tires. But as laps go by, the soft runners are going to start to lose some pace, because the tire wear is going to kick it in faster, and maybe we can win the race in that way. And then in the closing stage we're going to be flying against them. But we'll see what we can do in these next 15 laps. The feature race at Monza for the Formula 2 Championship. 5 red lights. and it slides out, and away we go to the feature race. And it was an excellent start by Sergio Serracamera that waltzes away, and look at the distance that he already has, the lack of grip on these medium tires against the soft tires, and we'll see what we can do. Heading into turn 1, the Freeze tries something, but now is Hubert in front, as you can see, so they are side by side, and Hubert now has the inside line, so this can allow us to pull away a little bit of these guys because they are going to be super strong. And look already the distance that Sergio Serracamera has at the moment, so just to see how fast the soft tires are comparing with the mediums, I already told that, but this strategy can really pay off because these guys can be battling and I can gain time, so it's going to be a question of how things are going to be, because remembering the real life Italian Grand Prix, the feature race in 2018, Tadasuke Makino won absolutely out of nowhere the race, because he started on the mediums and he started to overtake the soft tires runners with, in the third lap or something, because they were started to go slow substantially because the soft tire was starting, the tire wear on the soft tire started to kick it in. But we're going to suffer the first attack maybe from Nick de Vries because he missed the apex through Lesmo 2, and there he goes on the slipstream. He's going to take the inside line once we go to Ascari. Here we go. He's going to stick the nose in. Yes, he's going, and we're going to try to roll around the outside. He closes the door. He backshots a little bit, and that result is going a little bit wide and going to the escape road. But look at this. Now the distance we have a little bit to the freeze, but look, it's a 4 wide, I believe. Yes, it is. What a beautiful camera shot. 4 Formula 2 cars going side by side as they go through parabolic. Schumacher, the Freeze, Hubert, and I believe he's the Campos of Jack Aitken. And there he goes, and the biggest winner at the moment, it is Nick de Vries, and Hubert is, loses everything because he's behind his train and he's trying to get some slipstream off Mick Schumacher. But amazing stuff, beautiful stuff, outstanding stuff by the by full AI cast. Monza never disappoints because of the slipstream. Is the Temple of Speed, the slipstream fest, and Hubert now is going to take a run outside, now with the inside line against Mick Schumacher. Is going to try to give him a little bit of squeeze as they're going side by side, still side by side with Mick Schumacher. And this is brilliant stuff between the AI, and this is really good for us because we can pull away of these guys. But now we are vulnerable to Nick de Vries, and that is in the slipstream, but at the moment he can't do anything. But we missed a little bit the braking zone, we locked the rears, and de Vries maybe is going to have a chance. We bottled on the second lap of this feature race, and he's going to try to go around the outside as we go into Telesmo 2, but I managed to cover the line. But he's going to make the switch back, and there he goes, he's up into P2, and probably now is the end of it because de Vries is mega fast at the moment, and we'll see what we can do. DRS is not enabled, he's going to be enabled once we're starting the next lap, lap 3, but we have to stick with de Vries. Hopefully we can get some slipstream. We're gaining and gaining, but I'm struggling a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, in these medium tires, so I really hope that I can stick in de Vries slipstream in the start-finish straight. For Ascari, he actually doesn't pull away that much, so that comforts me up a little bit because we're going to have some slipstream once we are going through the start-finish straight, and we're gaining and gaining, but I'm not going to do anything once we go to parabolic because you can see lifting a little bit because that would be silly, would be overtake back. But as you can see, Sergio Serracamera is almost to the crossing line just to see the gap, and the TI kicking a little bit as we have tons and tons of understeer, and we're going to start our third lap. DRS gets in, but we're not going to get DRS at the moment, but we're getting slipstream of the AIT of Nick de Vries, and here we go. We're going to maybe take a look around the outside. Yes, we're going to take the outside line as we go for the first chicane. We break a little bit later because we're going to have a little bit of more track, and here we go. We're going to giving a little bit of squeeze like Hubert did to Schumacher, and now it's going to be a drag race. I'm carrying a low down force setup so we can gain a little bit on the straights as we're going side by side. Beautiful camera shot. Schumacher is not that far as well for Hubert, but now this battle is between me and de Vries, and here we go through the Variante della Roggia, and we're going to have the inside line, and we locked up a little bit. We've gone deep, but we managed to cover the line, and we maintained P2 of this feature race. So outstanding battle with the AI, but as you can see, I'm clearly struggling with these medium tires, but as the laps go by, the soft runners are going to start to get slower and slower, and that's where we can win this strategy. But at the moment we can't pull away of Nick de Vries, that now is DRS, the slipstream is going to be more powerful, and there he goes. We're going defensive, and we're going to see if we can maintain this position as we're going side by side through the first chicane. Be careful with the braking to not lock up, but de Vries is going to get the position, try to make the switch back, and he has a brilliant exit, as you can see, typical of the AI, and mix that with the software Computana tires. Is going to have an outstanding exit against the AI, and de Vries is pulled away a little bit, but at the end of lap 5 we're starting to gain on de Vries, and this is the phase of the race where the soft tires, the tire wear on the soft tires I should say, is going to start to kick it in. They're going to have DRS, and we're going to gain back the position. That's Sergio Serracamera pits, and we're going to take the we're going to take the lead of this Italian Grand Prix as we overtake the freeze very easily thanks to the DRS and the slipstream. And now we're going to try to pull away of the freeze, because this is a crucial phase of the race, because now that the softer runners are going to start to be slower and have some more laps. I think I'm going to pit around lap 10. And now that I'm on clear air, I can gain some time, and hopefully, considering the nature of this track, as I locked up a little bit, as you can see, and we gone deep as well, but once again I should say, but the freeze can't do anything. But now we're going to have some clear air, and hopefully some AI cars can battle, and this is where we can win this race, because you know, they are going to be stuck on each other, the tire wear is going to be higher because of the dirty air, and we're going to have some clear air before I'll stop, and in the last 5 laps we're going to be absolutely flying, because that car is going to be lighter and we're going to have soft tires to play. So this is where the strategy can be really good. But now is a very important phase of the race, like I said, because we have to be consistent, fast, and hopefully these guys are going to battle as they are making their stop, dress a brand new set of medium tires, and they'll go until the end of Grand Prix. And as you can see, some guys overtaking just to see how powerful the undercut is, and a lot of side-by-side action, and the grid now is all mixed up. I can't tell you who they are, because there are so many cars. As you can see, where we're watching at the moment is Antoine Hubert, that is in the slipstream of the Carlin of Louis Delatraz. I believe that is a championship rival that is in P2 in the standings, but he's not performing very well in these last few rounds, especially now in the second phase of the championship. He's stuck behind to Antoine Hubert, and I believe, like I said, this is for P7 as they're going side by side through Cover Grande. I believe this is Cover Grande, and we'll see. This is a brilliant stuff between these two guys, and Hubert has not been having a great luck in my career mode series, having a lot of DNFs. Now battling as he locked up a little bit and made a little bit of contact as they're going through the Variante della Roggia. They are still side by side, and this is going through Lesmo. Now Delatraz is going to take the inside line. Yes, he's going. And Hubert somehow managed to get the traction. Brilliant stuff by the Frenchman on the I was going to say the ART on the Harden, that somehow managed to get the traction around the outside of Delatraz. But Delatraz maybe has a word to say, because he has the arrest. Look at the powerful slipstream of this game, and he's going to shoot on the inside as they're going through Ascari. Yes, he's going. And can Hubert hold around the outside like he did on Lesmo? Yes, he can. He can gain a little bit as they're going once again. He's trying everything, Hubert, everything on his life to gain this position. Remember that P8 is the provisional pole position, and this is a very awkward position, because some guys behind are in lower P8 positions, and it's can handle really badly for these two guys, because Sergio Nicolas Latifi, I should say, can get the pieces of this lap as they're going side by side, still side by side through the beautiful camera shot, as you can see. I don't know who's going to get DRS. I believe it's Hubert that has DRS, but look at the slipstream. That's Sergio camera, and he's going to take the inside, and this can be an amazing double overtake for the Nicolas Latifi. I don't know what I'm saying, Sergio camera, but he's going to overtake these two guys maybe, and yes, Nicolas Latifi out of nowhere gets a brilliant double overtake on Louis Delatraz, and Antoine Hubert. And Delatraz has a word to say, as you can see. He's going on the inside for Cover Grande of Antoine Hubert. Yes, he can, and he's going to get that position as they're still going side by side. No, this is not finished, ladies and gentlemen. A full lap of more than a full lap, I should say, of close action and amazing action between two AR cars, three, because we can count Nicolas Latifi, and the biggest winner is Latifi, followed by Delatraz and Antoine Hubert. As we skip forward onto lap 10, this race is being absolutely amazing, but it's time to dress a brand new set of soft tires, and we'll see if we can gain some time on these guys, because now we're going to dress a tire that is 1.5 seconds faster, and the guys behind us on their medium tires have some tire wear, so we can add some tenths, you know, and the car is going to be lighter, so probably the fastest lap is going to be ours. But I think after that we did some pretty consistent times, and when we were in clear air, I think we got faster, because we were not stuck in the dirty air. But there he is. We're going to dress a brand new set of soft tires, and we're going to the end of Grand Prix, and we'll see if we can gain on this strategy. It's going to be really important now, these laps, because these soft tires are going to start to wear out as well. So we have to make these moves really quickly, because we can have the risk of the medium tires getting faster than the soft tires. But I can see the freeze jumped us quite massively, and at the moment we are down into P3, but now we're going to be really fast, like I said, and we can overtake the freeze. I think the race win is out of the bag, because Sergio camera pulled away, and we have to stick with P2, so we have to fight as hard as we can as we go through the first chicane, as we're gaining on Nick de Vries, and we have a 3-second time penalty, unfortunately, because we've been abusing our track limits over the course of this race. So 3 seconds are going to be added to our final time, and we have now to overtake de Vries and get a 3-second gap, which is not going to be easy because the laps are running out as we're finishing the 12th lap of this Grand Prix, of this feature race, and back we set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix very easily. And here we go, slipstream DRS open, and we take P2 of this Italian Grand Prix, and now we have 2 laps to get a 3-second gap of Nick de Vries. As you can see, I'm trying to do everything that I can to pull away of the Dutchman, but as we're going through the last lap, unfortunately de Vries is not Italian. This is the situation, unfortunately, where the soft tires are starting to getting slower than the medium. So this strategy didn't work as I wished. Because my objective was to win the race, but we're going to cross the line in P2, but after the penalty is going to be P3. He's a podium nonetheless, he's really good, but yeah, I tried, but the strategy didn't work today, so that was a bit unfortunate.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Here they are then, coming into Parc Fermé. What an excellent win for the Dams team. And Davide Valsecchi, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Although the Formula 2 cars are all the same spec, the winner just looked better out there. It would have been a combination of getting those tires up to running temperature faster and driving to the condition on track. They made it look easy out there today.
And I can see our drivers making their way out now. It's been a sublime team performance, and it's the culmination of a lot of hard work. Dams are your winners today.
And there you go, P3 at the end of the day. I'm not very happy, to be honest, but is a podium nonetheless. But I was expecting this strategy to work because it worked in real life, but in this race it didn't work. But there he is, confirmation results. We crossed the line in P2, but after the penalty it is P3, a podium. Like I said, nonetheless, 17 points in the back, the fastest lap, and now we are very comfortable in the championship still. Now set a camera and got a bit reduced the gap over Delatraz, and the constructors Dams gained a little bit on MP Motorsport because it wasn't a very good race for Jordan. But here we are ready to start off race 2. It's going to be a one stop. We're going just to go on the mediums, and there is the poleman. Delatraz follow Antoine Hubert. These two had an amazing battle in the first race. We'll see if we can have a brilliant battle for the race win this sprint race as the lights are going on and 5 red lights. So the sprint race starts the Italian Grand Prix, and it's lights out, and away we go. 11 laps ahead of us. It was a pretty decent start the first phase against the campos of Jack Aitken, and but de Vries got an even better start. Now he is alongside, and we managed to squeeze so much. Sergio set a camera that was so close that it will be his end of the race. But here we go into turn 1 alongside Jack Aitken. Yes, it is Jack Aitken. I don't know why I was forgetting. Now it's going to be a drag race between me and Jack Aitken, like I said. And for the race lead, I believe is Latifi with, I don't know, maybe I think he's one of the Collins, I'm not entirely sure. And then some side-by-side action with Hubert and Joe, and it is Delatraz ahead. But we managed to make the move on Aitken, and these guys lose so much momentum that we're going to take the position over Guan Yu Zhou and maybe try to take a look on the Hubert. No, because we had a lot of understeer, and that resulted us to go alongside with Zhou. Zhou comes back for more as we go try to hold around the outside through Lesmo 2, and we managed to get the position. He actually is still alongside, so somehow he finds the traction, but look how much the gap that Hubert now has over us. And this is not over yet, because I think Zhou can have a chance. And no, he sticks, and now he is vulnerable to Aitken, and Aitken shoots on the inside of the Chinese. There he is through Ascari, and this is going to allow us to pull away of these guys, as you can see, as they are still side by side. And Zhou is going to make the move stick. Yes, he's going to make the move stick, and now we're going to try to chase down Hubert. But this is for the race lead. This is Louis Delatraz. I believe, yes, it is Delatraz. Trying to get the lead of the race. That at the moment who's leading is Nicolas Latifi, as we're going at the end of lap 1, as we have a tons of understeer because of the dirty air of the harden of Hubert. And there he is on the slipstream, Louis Delatraz, to get closer to us in the championship. And there he goes, slipstream. He's going to take the inside line, very close margins with the Dams, and there he goes through the first chicane. He's going to take the inside line. Now he's going to have the outside line, and can Latifi hold the position as they are still side by side. But somehow Delatraz finds the traction around the outside and gets the lead of the sprint race, and now he's alongside Latifi of Antoine Hubert. Brilliant stuff between these two guys. guys. Hubert is already ahead, but I think Latifi has the nose in. Yes, he's going to dive down inside through the Variante del RRG. Yes, we're going to slow and fast out and get the position, try to get the position over Latifi, and maybe not just that, maybe of Hubert as well. We're going to shoot on the inside through the first Lesmo. We made a bit of contact with the Frenchman, but most importantly we get P2 of this sprint race after starting P6. So it's been a brilliant overstep, but we missed the BT apex through the second Lesmo, and that can be trouble for us because Hubert is really close to our gearbox. Not just Hubert, but I think Latifi, yes, and there is Hubert is gaining, and in the process Delatraz is pulling away and is going to shoot on the inside, going to dive on the inside through Ascari, and there we go. Hubert is trying everything on this power, but we're going to give him a little bit of squeeze, and we get the position, we maintain P2, and now we're going to try to break the DRS window of Hubert and try to get closer to Delatraz. As you can see, Latifi can have a chance, Hubert, and try to get to move through the start-finish straight as they go for Parabolica. It's very important to get a great exit to get the best straight line speed as you can. We already pulled away a little bit of the Harden, and now Latifi got a bit far from Hubert because of the dirty air, but he has the no, there's no DRS at the moment, but he's gaining with a natural slipstream, but at the moment he can't do that, so he has to rake maybe once the DRS gets deployed at the beginning of lap 3. But we are in P2, try to chase down Louis Delatraz and try to get the race win. I think we have the pace at the moment. I think Delatraz at the moment has a better one. As you can see, he has the fastest lap of the race, so we're going to we must flex our muscles to try to gain some time on the Swiss as we go through the Variante del RRG, try to gain some time, but we locked up a little bit, we locked the rears, and we have to take the escape road, and this is going to allow to Hubert and Latifi gain the position once again, and Joe is going to try to take the inside line through the first Lemosmo, but I'm so nervous that I locked up and missed the apex, and Joe got the position, but we managed to hold around the outside, and we've been demoted into P4, so that was a stupid mistake. I broke so hard that I locked the rears, and that resulted to if I did turn the wheel, I would send the car into a spin, and that would be even worse. So I decided to take the escape road, and there he goes, Joe on the inside for Ascari, tried to squeeze him a little bit more than I did on the Hubert, and we managed to take to maintain the position, but that was a bit aggressive from me, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I was a bit nervous. And remember, these are my first episodes without driving without a racing line, so it's a matter of getting used to it. But there he is, Hubert got the lead, so as you can see, Antoine Hubert somehow got the lead of this Grand Prix. Now Jack Aitken is going to try to take a position over us. He overtook Joe because Joe lost so much momentum through Ascari, but yeah, that was brilliant stuff from Hubert. I think he overtook before the Ascari. That's maybe that's a most common scenario, but he's in the lead at the moment, and Jack Aitken is trying to get P4 over us. Yes, it is, as we're going through the first chicane, and there we go, we got a little bit deep, and we slow the car in order to slow Aitken, and we basically parked the bus, make sure that he doesn't come back, and we skip forward onto lap 6. I can tell you that I have front wing damage, I don't know why, but as you can see in the left hand plate, the left bit is missing, I should say, and Aitken takes P4 of this Italian Grand Prix, but that's not the brightest thing to do because we're going to have DRS now in the start-finish straight, and as you can see, we're going to have some slipstream before Parabolica, and you're going to see that I'm going to lift just a little bit to have some room, some breathing room over the Brit as we're going through the braking zone. That you can see I lift a little bit, but we have some front wing damage, so we're going to be slower, but I think we can get P4 in this race. We just have to stick in the slipstream of Jack Aitken, which we are doing at the moment, and we're going to open the DRS. Jack Aitken setting the fastest lap, so he's definitely much faster than us, but we're going to have the track position as we overtake him, and we take P3 on the podium. We are in the podium places of this race, so I'm going to say that we can have P4. No, we can't have P3. It was my mistake, so sorry, my bad. I'm a little bit rusty with the commentary, so apologies for that, because it's been quite a while since I'm commenting one of the videos, university, all that stuff. But Aitken now he's going to shoot on the inside. We're going to come back to the race, and we're going to hold on the inside. Now we're going to try to give him a little bit of a squeeze at the Ezekon Ascari, but there's yellow flags, and Aitken is spinning round, and I believe Jack Aitken is out of the race because we made contact with him, and there is confirmation. Jack Aitken is out of the session, is out of this sprint race, so we're going to watch the replay, but maybe I was too aggressive for Ascari, so we for the first phase I left some room. But then in the second phase, yes, I squeezed him a little bit, and that sent him to spin into the wall, and that is a very harsh impact, as you can see. So we're going to watch his POV. He's going to take the inside line, as you can see. I left all the room in the wall, as you can see. I locked up a little bit, so that made things easier for him. But then, yes, I squeezed him a little bit too much, I believe. But if I leave a little bit more room, I think I would go into the escape role because I have wing damage and I have understeer, but yeah, I will take the fault on this one, and yeah, no penalties because yeah, GG Codemasters. But yeah, that's very unfortunate. It's my bad. So yeah, we're going to carry on, and at the end of the day, it's going to be P3. From then on, it was just to be consistent, and we managed to maintain the gap over the guys behind us, despite with the wing damage. So at the end of the day, it's going to be a podium, another podium, double podium weekend with a bittersweet taste, because I tried the alternate strategy, didn't work in the first race. And then we made contact with Aitken, and the base basically wasn't just there. I'm not happy with this episode, to be honest, but nonetheless, it's a double podium week, and we got a good amount of points for the championship.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Arden today. And Davide Valsecchi, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
I think this race was won thanks to the tire management. You have to remember, it's not just about going as fast as you can. It's about consistency. It's about maintaining your speed over an entire race distance. So being able to keep the lap time competitive while still respecting the tires, that's where they won today.
And it's time now for the Podium Celebrations. How well deserved is this one? This is a team all about giving talented young drivers an opportunity to race and to win. Arden are your winners here today.
And there he is, Antoine Hubert wins his first F2 race in my career mode. He had some bad luck with the engine failures, but finally he won a race in this championship, and yeah, that's really good. Oh man, it's so good to see Hubert in the game on the podium. Yeah, we're going to miss you, Hubert, but yeah, we're going to miss you, Antoine, like I said. But yeah, it was kind of a positive weekend, and yeah, we got some good points in the championship with just 2 rounds to go. Now it's Sochi and Abu Dhabi, and everything I think is set to get the championship, but we can't fall asleep, and we'll see what we can do. But guys, that has been the video. We're still in the leader championship now. Dams got closer to us in the constructor championship, so that's not really good. But yeah, that has been the video, the 10th episode of my F2 career mode as Mahaveer Raghunathan. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to smash like, subscribe, and if you plenty more Formula 1 and Formula 2 content. Really motivates me to make more. But for me, is everything, and I'll see you guys for a brand new video next time. But for now, it's goodbye.